Welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news update, and first of all thank you for all the support on last week's video. We did get quite a big piece of news last week. That was that menu screen, which, considering we've not really had much with this game so far, that was a big thing. And while I'm hardly going to call this week's news update a huge news update like the last one, there are quite a few new details to go over, so if you do enjoy these videos, continue to keep leaving those likes everyone, and subscribe if you're new. Let's get right into it. First of all, the Blocks magazine, the cover launched and it promised a sneak peek of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Inside, this built up quite a bit of hype in the community, and then people managed to get their hands on the magazine itself. No new details. Here's some of the pages right here. The images we've already seen. The details were just the basic information we already know about this game's release. But one thing to note is this, that is that the game is still set for a 2020 release, because there was a weird leak going around. Not much credibility to it so far, but it was stating that the game had been pushed back for a spring 2021 release, and even I myself thought that the game could possibly be delayed. I still believe that right now as well, that's my own personal opinion, but this magazine states otherwise, and if I'm not mistaken, this section of the magazine would have had to have gone through some sort of approval from Warner Brothers Games to be published. At the same time, there's no new information there. That's not promising, but it still states there is a 2020 release for this game. So while my own personal opinion is that I think it could be delayed, just take that as my own opinion, which I am more than entitled to. And look, I did promise a while ago that I was going to be giving away one copy of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. If this game isn't delayed until 2021, I will double that. I will give away 2 copies. So if it releases this October as planned, or this year as planned in general, we'll double that and we'll give away 2 copies. How to enter? Just watch out for future videos I suppose, and I'll release all the details. Up next we have another code. The Razer Crest LEGO set has been floating about. People have finally picked it up, and obviously here is the update on screen as to the 4 sets we know about that include codes. What are the codes? The only one we don't have now is the advent calendar. The Razer Crest's code is going to be this: Arvala 7, which I had no idea what that was. I'm not the biggest fan of the show, admittedly. I don't think it's too bad, but I looked it up and it's a name of one of the planets from the show, so it makes total sense. A lot of people were hoping for the word Mando in the code somewhere. It's obviously got to be 7 characters long, but doesn't really matter what the code is, does it? There's the code, it's a universal code, and you've all got it now, so just enter this when the game finally does arrive, and you'll be able to unlock the Razer Crest. The codes for Sidious and the Resistance Transport have also been released as well, and if you forgot what those are, or if you haven't watched any of my recent videos, they're on screen now as well, just waiting on that advent calendar code now. We finally got some images of what these codes actually look like in the LEGO sets. We wasn't sure if they were on the boxes, inside the instructions, but here are what the images look like themselves. We've got the one for the Resistance Transport and also the Throne Room with Darth Sidious, and once again these both state on them 2020, and that's the main reason I wanted to show them. Obviously the images there of Hoth, of Boba Fett on Tatooine, etc., they're not new. We've seen those. The image of C-3PO and R2 on Tatooine is new, so that's something to take from it. But once again it states that the 2020 release is on schedule. Once again, I wouldn't read too much into this just because it has been a strange year. Anything could happen and we're not exactly being bombarded with details, but at the same time it is looking promising that they are releasing material that continues to state 2020. And the final bit of news here, I just wanted to point it out for anyone who is interested, but the UK site 365 Games actually has LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga for a reasonably good price, on a nice sale of £37.99 for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. That's around £12 cheaper than its actual retail price. I'm still waiting on the full confirmed details of any deluxe editions. Right now we know about that Han Solo Steelbook case. We don't exactly know all the stores it's going to be sold in just yet, so I'm waiting for some official news on how many editions there are going to be from TT Games and all the bonuses before I go pre-ordering anything. But if you're not really interested in pre-order bonuses and just the game itself, I definitely recommend this. It's a pretty good price. And that is where we're going to leave it for this week's news update. Not a lot to go through, but still more and more details as the days go by, and that is important that we keep getting something at least to talk about, because yeah, there hasn't been a video in around a week now. I'm not just going to force out news on this game. I've got some other ideas obviously, but I want to wait until there's some actual hype for this game, which right now I know there is, but it's nothing compared to what it could be if we would be gaining a substantial amount of news, especially official news and not leaks. But thank you for watching everyone. I do hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I shall see you all next time.